I'm Todd Grisham, and what a venue. We are live at the Empire Fight Camp. And here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Up first, we have Supersonic from the United States of America. Up against them, Kingmaker from the United States of America.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United States of America, wearing
an open-air outdoor stadium. What a venue for this contest.
Todd, a beautiful day, but it's going to be somebody's nightmare and somebody's happy night.
What a great venue, and what a... So here we go. Should be a good one. He misses with that jab. That jab had to hurt. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Usually you don't have to worry about getting a sunburn when you're fighting, Johnny, but that's certainly the case today with the sun blazing.
Todd, this is something you could never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do we train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment may make so much of a difference. You may not realize it. Watch when the rounds roll on.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And caught him with a left hook. The straight right just misses. Those counter punches have to hurt. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance. And there's the bell for round 2. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Perfect counter lands. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
The straight right just misses. Punch, counter punch. Nice counter. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter shot. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. And he misses with that jab. That counter punch caught him clean. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And a round that seemed like an eternity. Let's get it started in round 3. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Good counter punching. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Beautiful counter shot. Fantastic punch. They exchange punches. Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Swing and a miss with the jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Swing and a miss with that hook. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Good counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is...
Calm yourself back.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Beautiful counter punch. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
There's a counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Both men step back for just a moment. He threw a punch and just got countered. Missing with that jab. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Caution being thrown to the wind. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
You know what? I've been in fights like that. When you think you come up, though, ring away. You walk back to the corner like...
There's the bell to start round 5. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Nice counter punch right up the middle. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round. And down goes Kingmaker. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Shot from the gut.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you continue?
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
It's all offense, all the time. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
Can make or break a fighter.
Get out there and switch on. Get this boxing back to...
Here we go in the 6th round. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Just missed with that jab. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be... Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.
Keep striving until my lungs can't breathe. They're all tired, I don't know about fatigue. Got my bros back if we come under siege. Got my dogs with me, I ain't carrying a leash. Thank the Lord for my freedom of speech, cause I say what I like and I do what I please. Brothers think I didn't train for this my whole life. Tried to tell them it didn't come with ease. They must have thought that I didn't put in graft. Stayed fully focused and stuck to the task. When it paid off, I was like at last. Them other brothers can kiss my ass. And I promise you that I wouldn't wanna be ya. Them man ain't got this energy, do ya?
greatest road of America today.
We are live at Falcor Bay on a beautiful afternoon. A great day for boxing. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend?
Up first, Kingmaker. Terrence.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
Usually you don't need a weather report for a boxing match, but we certainly do today as we fight under the sun.
Todd, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here at this venue. It's going to be something special.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a... After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. That jab misses. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He threw a punch and just got countered. Jab slightly off target. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. A perfect counter lands. Those counter punches have to hurt. Just missed with that jab. And he scores with the counter. Punch, counter punch. Who did more work in the gym? That's what it might come down to, considering how hot and humid it is today.
This is taking boxing back to its roots. Outside, where you've got the crowd there, you can hear everything. You've got the breeze of the wind, you've got the heat of the sun. You know when you're doing this? Your feet are on fire. They're on fire in the ring.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Catch and shoot. That uppercut can't get through. Couldn't land that jab. Perfect. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something. Here we go. It's round 2. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the senses have come back.
There's a counter shot. How about that time counter shot? Nice counter shot. A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense. Stick and move, stick and move.
A flat for the fight. If you've got a dance right there, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off, make the ring small. Put them on the back foot. Put them under pressure.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Insane action. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They exchange punches. Straight right just misses. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice counter shot. Good counter punching. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's the bell for round 3. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Didn't land that jab. Beautiful counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. That one lands. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They both want a highlight reel knockout. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. As we watch it again one more time, appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot. No one knows a fighter better than their trainer, and this trainer is certainly considering maybe throwing in the towel. Back at it in round 4. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that? That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are feeling like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Punch caught him clean. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Well done with that counter shot. Job getting that punch through. Beautiful counter punch. These 2 lightweights are showing you why they are the best of the best. That counter shot lands. counter. Good counter punch. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Hard, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Down big time on the scores.
Wow, it's like two.
On to the fifth we go. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
These two fighters are made for one another. Counter punch. A perfect counter lands. Incredible work rate. And he scores with the counter. He threw a punch and just got countered. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Defensive abilities. And Kingmaker has been knocked down. And in this replay, you can see it. That body punch folded him like a lawn chair.
Where did...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's still with it.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
That counter shot lands. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Huge momentum swing. That's very immediate. This is the beginning of round 6. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
That counter shot lands. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punches.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. He misses with that jab. Defense is not an option for these two. Counter shot lands. The perfect counter lands. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Perfect counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. doubt about who... Here comes round 7. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That jab misses. That counter punch caught him clean. When are we going to see a jab from these two? That counter shot lands. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. And that hook misses. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here. And there's the bell for round 8. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter lands. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident.
I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
A shot from the...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you okay?
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to power you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
They've got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fights that Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds. But he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of heart we need to see.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. The judges have spoken, a unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous...